Want to know my 90% win rate entry model and make millions in 1 week? No, I'm not gonna promise you this. I will give you something better. Building your own entry model. Building my own entry model got me from losing to profitability in a heartbeat. This is the most important video of this 2025 mentorship, so make sure you watch until the end when I share my favorite entry models. First, I will share you the 4 steps of building your own entry model. Then, with this foundation, we're going to look into my favorite entry models. And at the end of this video, I will share the biggest entry model secret my mentor shared with me to become profitable. So let's get into it. Entry model mastery. Part 1 of entry model mastery, it's creating your own entry model, the topic of this teaching. And let's go over the steps to create your own entry model. And it is choose your favorite confluences. And what are confluences? Confluences are different IC concepts like a liquidity sweep, market structure shift, a kill zone, SMT, fair value gap, order block breakers. You get the point. A note here, aim for at least 4 of these confluences to be present in your entry model. Now let's dive deeper into these confluences. One is a liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep is where price takes a higher low before moving in a different direction. So let's say we have a very bullish order flow and we see a low being swept and then we move into the bullish direction. We have a liquidity sweep. It's also known as a purge or a turtle soup. So that's one of the confluences. The other one is a market structure shift. Later in this mentorship, we will dive deeper into all these confluences. So if it goes too fast, make sure you stick around in the 2025 mentorship. I'll teach you everything. I also have a 2024 mentorship where I also break down these concepts. So make sure you check it out on the YouTube channel. Market structure shift is when we are bullish, and when we then break structure, we make a lower high and lower low. We break structure and go to the downside. Vice versa for bearishness. Then the kill zones, the time of day. Asian kill zone, London kill zone, New York kill zone. Make sure that you are trading in a kill zone. I think time is very important here trading, so make sure your entry models aligned with time. Then SMT. SMT is a divergence, so 2 correlated pairs, let's say NASDAQ or ES, or Euro US dollar, or GBP US dollar. They're correlated, so they should move the same. If Euro US dollar goes up, GBP USD should go up, and vice versa. With an SMT, one of the 2 doesn't follow the other. So let's say one of them makes a higher low and the other one makes a lower low, and we still go in the same direction. That means this could be a potential reversal. Then the fair value gaps. Fair value gaps is a 3 pattern candle where there is a gap between them. There are multiple types of fair value gaps, and fair value gaps are my favorite confluences in my entry models. There are no trades I take without fair value gap. Then the order block. A bullish order block is the last down close candle that made the low before we broke structure, before we go to the other side. So here we break structure with 2 down close candles. Found down close candle makes the order block before going higher. And if you're trained enough, you also see a fair value gap here. Order block together with fair value gap is my favorite. Then a bullish breaker. Bullish breaker is a low, a high, lower low, higher high, and then price comes back into the bullish breaker. And if you're not too familiar with all these confluences, no worries, I got you. In this 2025 mentorship, I will dive deep into every single concept. If you don't want to wait for that, go to the 2024 mentorship. It's a playlist here on the channel. Now you know the confluences, and there are more confluences. Just choose what you want. And the more confluences that are present, the higher the probability of your trades. Then your time frame of execution, your trade identity. Based on your identity, choose the time frame of execution. So what type of trader are you? Are you a scalper? We have not much free time. You are on a lower time frame in the trenches, trying to catch small moves. You have high stress, high risk, high reward. As a day trader, it's more in the middle. You have some form of free time. You're at a 5-15 minute time frame. You have less stress than a scalper, but also less risk, less reward. And a swing trader, you have lots of free time. You're on the 1 to 4 hour. You're just chilling. You take a trade, maybe 1, 2 per week, and you just wait for price. You have a very low stress level, low risk, but also low reward. So make sure which one you want to be. So a scalper, you're on the 1 minute, day trader, 5 or 15 minutes, swing trader, 1 or 4 hour. So the confluences, and you have your trade identity. Let's go to the next step, your risk to reward. Determine if you want to have a fixed or a flexible risk to reward. Fixed, you have a set 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Flexible, you can have your stop loss under a higher low or fair value gap, take profit under or above a higher low or fair value gap. And a trade is not a 1 to 2, but a 1 to 2, 6, 1 to 3, 5. And let's give some ground rules based on these first 3 steps. So the confluences, your trade identity, and your risk management, your risk to reward. One is the more confluences stacked together, the higher the probability of the setup. But if you have 20 confluences, there are not many occasions when all the 20 confluences are present in the chart, making the frequency of your trades very rare. So there is a balancing act there. So the less confluences you have, the lower probability, but it's happening more on the charts, and the more confluence you have, the less trades you have, but the higher probability they are. And In that spectrum with two extremes, try to be somewhere in the middle with the confluences that are the best for you. 2, the trend is your friend. Go with the order flow. Look at the daily, weekly, monthly. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? And try if you are bullish, long, if you're very short. The easiest trades are when you are in line with a higher time frame order flow, the higher time frame structure. And independent thinking is underrated. Try it while building your strategy. And what I mean by that, don't go on YouTube after this video, 90% win rate strategy, because that's all bullshit. The best is to build it yourself. It should be yours. So of course, steal everything from other people. You can steal my entry models. You can steal it from your favorite trade influencers. But at the end of the day, make sure it's yours. So pick small pieces you like from other people and make it your own. That's the best way to create your entry model. And in the long run, that will help you towards profitability the fastest. And step 4 is the data building. And quick note here. Here is where 95% of traders stop because it takes effort. You actually need to put in work right now. So now you're probably binging or taking some notes. Step 4 is where you actually need to put in some work. So first, go to FX Replay, the backtesting platform, and put in the exact details of your strategy. FX Replay is like $30 a month. Use code DionTrades for a few dollars a month discount. Also leave a link to a tutorial. Then choose the asset you want to trade. Euro, US dollar, NASDAQ, whatever you want. Backtest that asset with your strategy, the one you just built, for at least 50 valid entries. And yes, this takes time. You need to put in lots of work. Then after 50 valid entries, review the data, take notes on what you could do better. Then backtest your refined setup again with another 50 valid entries. After that, backtest your refined setup with another 50 valid entries, rinse and repeat, point 2 and to 5 with at least 2 other assets. So this will take you a few days, maybe some weeks, because it's going to be many hours. But during those backtesting, you will find nuances. You will train your eyes based on what you want to see in the charts, and that is what you want. And then verify if this is the setup you want to use. If yes, great, you just built your own entry model. Well done. Execute it now for at least 2 months. Very boring, just wait for the setup to happen, press the button, see what happens. You know the overall data with the win rate, the biggest losing streak, biggest win streak. You will know. If it's still not very nice, you don't feel comfortable with it, fine. Make sure you know where the setup was lacking while backtesting and change out the factors you don't like. So maybe you had breakers in your entry model or order blocks and you don't like them. Remove them, insert for value gaps or inversion for value gaps or whatever confluence you like. And then repeat the process again. Build data, train your eyes, and make money in the process. Now you know how to build your own entry model. Let's talk about a few of my favorite entry models. And I will leave links to all my favorite entry models in the PDF you will see under this video. And I want to share something where nobody's talking about. And it's a little clickbait title, but everyone online is screaming that their entry model is the holy grail. And without that, you're unable to make money. And I think that approach is completely flawed. And why? Every trader is different. That means that every trader prefers to see different confluences on the chart. That is why your complete focus should be on creating your own entry model. What is yours? You are not here to make fancy trades or do some cool stuff. No, you're here to make money. What I'm sharing right now got me the confidence I needed to go from blowing accounts, losing a lot of trades, towards profitability in a heartbeat. That data building was the game changer for me, but also for my students. And now it's your turn to get profitable. 20 of mentorship, we just had the warming up, we had some beginner stuff. Now it's time to dive deeper into this. So the upcoming videos are very important. They will give you a foundation of all the IST concepts you need to make money. And my biggest hack is to look at what's already working and build on that. I would watch many YouTube videos and PDFs like this to see how good traders take their setups. I just like to look at what others are doing and build on that. So picking small things of other entry models and make it my own. Then after some hours of studying, I have a list of different stuff from other good traders that work for them, combined with the fact that I like to see that stuff on the charts. That's the best of both worlds, right? Then you're going to lay a jigsaw puzzle to put the piece together. Then you build data on your puzzle to see what your average win rate is, which reward you should be aiming for based on win rate, and what your biggest winner losing streak looks like. And then this data will give you the confidence to stop strategy hopping and stick to your model. And another secret, going through this process alone with the data building makes you 10 times a better trader, because you not only go deeper into the materials, but you also train yourself on independent thinking. The most important skill in trading. Don't be reliable on a signal provider or anyone. It's you versus you. And for example, I found this model online with a quick ICT entry model. I went to Google search and I found this. And I'm 100% sure this exact model will make you money. For sure. Very easy entry model, but only when you're putting in the work and building data on this. There are no shortcuts here. So make sure you put in the work. Here are another few examples I found on entry models that are not mine. So this is not mine. I will leave the source to this as well in this video. But I would definitely use parts of them when building a model for myself. So all these schematics, pretty nice. Little source here, some Facebook, SMC, and Dict. Perfect. Well done. I love it. I love it. Thanks for providing value to the industry. And now I can look at, hey, I like this and this part of this person's model. And maybe I can use that to build my own. Perfect. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you will enjoy my 2024 and 2025 mentorship here on this channel. I noticed only 20% of you watching subscribe to this channel. So if I can ask you for a small favor, if you like this channel and you like the value you receive here and want to support me, the free and simple way to do this is hit the subscribe button. And my commitment to you is to make every new video 10 times better than the previous one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.